YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at what I am investing 6 million coins into. We're going to be looking at low budget investments, high budget investments, and we will also be looking at what content to expect in the next couple of days. But before we get into all that, we got to talk about content today on Monday. If you want to have millions of coins in eafc like me, go to u7buy.com for cheap, fast, and reliable coins. Make sure you use code TEDDY at checkout to get 6% off your order. Link is in the description down below. Content today on Monday was pretty decent. We talked about getting upgrade SBCs, Champions League marquee matchups, and that is exactly what we got. If we go to, I'm on the PS4 version, so it's really annoying going through these menus. I don't know why it doesn't really work on the PS4, but UEFA marquee matchups, you get a tradable mega pack. We got some tradable supply here. No team requirements, again, from marquee matchups. It doesn't seem like it's weird. They've been going like off and on. Sometimes they'll require players from the team. Sometimes they'll just require the league. I don't know. They've been switching it up on marquee matchups, and it does make it a little harder to actually make coins trading with marquee matchups. So that's a little annoying, but that was the challenge SBC of the day. We did get quite a few upgrade SBCs, quite a few. I really just mean 2 upgrade SBCs. We got an 81 plus player pick. I believe this is the same as before. It's good for doing the unassigned glitch. It's good for just crafting. People were doing this. Like we've talked about it before. These are so cheap. The value is so decent that you can kind of just do the player picks. And then if you get high rated fodder, put it into an exchange SBC and just keep going and going and going and going. Now, the next SBC, boom, 85 plus player pick repeatable. Is it twice every day? I thought it was 3 times. It might be just twice. I don't remember if I actually crafted it once or not. So let's just go ahead and say repeatable twice every single day, which is still good. But guess what? 84 overall squad. Awesome. I told you guys in the previous video, 84s are so cheap. If you want to buy them, go ahead and do it. They're 1,200 coins. They literally can't go lower. There were 1,200 coins in the previous video, and I said, hey, if you're on a low budget, buy these. They can only drop to 1,100. They can't go much lower. And maybe you get lucky and we get an 85 plus player pick tomorrow on Monday. That's exactly what we got. 84s have risen because of that. If we go check them out, who's in 84? Who's in 84? I can only think of Nick Pope. I know he's a little bit higher than 84 fodder. Last time I checked, 84s are 1,600 coins. Maybe not Pope. I'm just going to look up who's an 84. They're 1,600 coins at the moment, so they are up a little bit. Let's do summer. Let's do summer. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Summer. Oh, that's not the one I was trying to do, but yeah. So 1,600 coins. I still think if you're on a low budget, you can buy these. If there's 1,600 coins, maybe try to get them on bid for 1,500. And this SBC is repeatable 2 or 3 times. I think it's twice. Let's say twice every single day. So you just buy the 84s and then sell them like Wednesday or Thursday. I think that's a good move and very low risk. Very low risk. And while you wait for them to rise, lazy list. Always lazy list your cards. We can see right here, this is a filter you could do. I think you can get these for 1,500 coins pretty easily. I mean, you might even be able to get them for less. The bids right here are all 1,400. If you can get them for 1,400 coins on bid, I easily see these cards being around 2K, maybe even higher Wednesday or Thursday, somewhere around there. So that is 84s. I think if you're on a low budget, it's not a terrible move to pick some of these up and try to get some deals on bid. You don't even have to do bids. This filter is nice. This is the filter, gold rare, 1,100, 15, 99, 10K. You can even do 1,400 as the max price. And then just try to get 1,500 max. Maybe you can get them for less on snipes if you want to give that a shot. And that is 84s. If you're lazy listing, I'd just list them up for 1,800, 1,900 coins, something like that. And then whatever doesn't sell, you just keep list it again. Whatever does sell, guess what? Just go buy another 84 and keep doing it. This is good if you are on a low budget to make coins this week. So nice dub SBC from EA. And then the one last SBC we got is just kind of disappointing because these fantasy cards are live. And it's just really annoying when you release a live card that is injured. Like we saw it with Rofo. I like Rofo. She might be back. We talked about this in the previous video. She's been injured all season. She just got back into training. Or she's been back in training for a couple weeks, but she still has not played a single game. So maybe she could play, maybe she doesn't. We don't really know. And then again, we just got a new player SBC today. It is Ander Herrera, another card that is injured. So the only upgrade he's really going to be getting is from his team getting 2 wins or 11 goals. And let's be honest, the 11 goals is really hard to get. So really just like a +1 is it for this card. So just, it's annoying that EA are giving players live cards, but they are injured. It's just, I don't know, it's stupid. So that was content today. Little market update. We'll talk about high rated fodder, fantasy cards, just a real rundown on high rated fodder, real quick rundown. It's still up in price. They are still here. Let's go. Boom. And here we go. So high rated fodder still up in price. It's actually down. It's down a little bit, but it's still in general from what they were up in price. You can sell it on Wednesday when the icon refreshes. Probably get an SBC tomorrow that can make some fodder go up a little bit, and then sell on Wednesday. And then from there, you could probably full send fantasy cards. Now, let's talk about fantasy cards. Not too much to go into with fodder, to be honest, because just sell on Wednesday. Simple as that. You can sell now, though, if you want, and buy these fantasy cards. Let's talk about the fantasy cards. So, fantasy players, what do we have? This is what I'm investing all my coins into, by the way. I'm all in on fantasy players. Now, people kept asking, Teddy, what's the best investment? What's the best card to buy? Tell me who to buy specifically. Teddy, tell me who the best player is to buy. I don't know who the best player is to buy. I can't know. These are live cards. It's just, you can buy low risk ones, and you just need to hope they do good in real life. It's as simple as that. So with these fantasy cards, I was buying the low risk ones, and I've bought a ton of them, but like, they're long holds. These fantasy cards are not short. Yes, they can rise, but the hold for where we're going to maximize our profit is like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. One of them is like 6 weeks. It's a long hold, but you can double your coins. It's good profit. So let's talk about them. Footbin has this thing, which is a tracker, which is really good. You can kind of look at them from here. And a lot of the fodder ones is what we are watching. So Marmouche, Limelu. I'm not watching Andre, could do decent. Stark is min price if you wanted to buy or fine. Pedro Porro, he's injured, but apparently he might be back soon. So if he is going to be back, I think he needs to be back for the Villa game. If he's not back for the Villa game, not good. If he's playing in this Villa game, probably going to be a really good buy, but like, we need to know if he's going to be playing or not. Simple as that. I like Pascaru. I think Matson can do good. A lot of these cards, there's so many cards, and if you want to track them, just use the Footbin tracker. Politano, my goodness, if you guys bought, he's going nuts. Whoa, how did I just do that? Okay, there we go. We're back. So, fantasy cards. What are we doing? There's a lot of very low risk players you can buy because they're just straight up fodder price. Some of these cards, they're fairly low risk. Team 1, you can maybe look into Aspas. He goes to a 90 overall card. 90 overall cards are over 40K. You got that. Andre, if he can get his upgrades decent. Acuna, Molina, they're decent. But the players I like the most are in Team 2. And if we look at Team 2, I've bought I think like 13 mil worth of these cards today. So Stanway, this is the one that's 6 weeks. Stanway, Bayern Munich, best team in the Bundesliga, but they don't finish their games until I think like April 14th. So that's literally over a month away. Long hold. They didn't play this weekend. They play the upcoming weekend, and there's an international break in between her last game. So it's a long hold. But they're the best team in the Bundesliga. She takes penalties. She could easily end up getting 3 upgrades, even 4. They do have some tough games, but they're the first team in the league. They're number 1. So I would expect her to get at least 3. At least 3, I would expect. Another card that I like is, we talked about Pedro Porro, Limelu. We talked about Limelu. Now, the thing is with these 86 overall cards, they're a little tricky. If these 86 overall cards go from an 86 to an 88, I absolutely love them. But we don't know if they're going from an 86 to an 88 or an 86 to an 87. Because on their cards, on the game, if we click on them, you can see right here, we click on them, it says +1 overall upgrade. But if you go on EA's website, it says +1 inform upgrade. An inform upgrade goes from an 86 to an 88, and overall would just go from an 86 to an 87. So that's the situation with these 86 overall cards. But let's think about it. If we look at their tracker, someone like Lee Malou and Marmoush won his first game. He has not scored, but I think he's like the top goal scorer, top assister for the team. So he is likely going to get a goal or an assist in his next 3 games. He's already got the win as well. He plays, so that's 3 appearances. Let's say he gets the goal. Let's say he gets the 2 wins. That's 3 upgrades. So he'd go from an 86 to an 88, 89, then a 90 overall card. 90 overall cards are, I believe, like 50, 55K in that range. So right now, he's 20K. Same thing with Lee Malou. He's already got his goal. His team is second in Ligue 1, by the way. So he's already got his goal. He's got that upgrade. He plays every game, so that'll be 3 appearances. They'll probably get the 2 wins. So that's 3 upgrades for Lee Malou. This guy could easily, like I said, go to a 90 overall. 90 overall cards, just another double check real quick. Oh, 90 overalls are 45K. 91 overall cards are 55K. So that's still doubling your coins on these fantasy cards. So if I put 15 mil into Lee Malou at 20K, he goes to 45K. I turn 15 mil to 30 mil. Now, moving on. These cards are all up in price, by the way. We originally were buying Lee Malou for 14K. We were buying Mamouche, I think, for 16K, and we were buying Pascarou below 15K. Pascarou, let's talk about her. They're garbage. Their form is not good. She plays every single game, though, but they play the 2 last teams in her league. The 2 last place teams that have gotten 1 win all season. So, decent chance they could maybe keep a clean sheet and potentially get the 2 wins. She already played her first game, made an appearance, but they did not win. So those are the fodder cards that I like quite a bit. I think Matson has a lot of potential. We talked about Stanway. I honestly think this Jan Kuto has potential. Haven't bought him. Declan Rice. This dude went from like 2.8 mil today all the way up to 4 mil, but he's back down at 3.2. Probably gets all 4 upgrades, to be honest. Arsenal won 6-0 today. He already got a goal, so he's got that upgrade. They just need to win another game and get the 11 goals. And we've already got 6 out of 11, and there's 3 games left. In Arsenal, in 2024, I think we've scored 31 goals in 7 games. So we probably get the 11 goals fairly easily. What else? So that's the fantasy cards. And like I said, they're just a long hold, and the holds are kind of different for all the cards because it depends on when they upgrade. I think the upgrades are on Wednesday, and on Wednesday we'll find out like how these 86s upgrade. I would say definitely whenever these upgrades come out, it's going to be very important to keep an eye out on Lee Malou because this guy's already got his upgrade. If we see him go from an 86 to an 88, I'm all in on Marmouche. I'm all in because if I see, whoa, he's going to go from an 86 to an 88, same thing with Marmouche, I'd full send him. So that's my investment. I'm 13 mil deep on these cards. You can see I bought a lot of Marmouche. I bought a lot of Lee Malou. I bought a lot of Pascarou. However you say that girl's name. I bought a lot of Stanways. I'm all in on these cards. I only have 2.5 mil left to spend. You can see right here the cards that I'm getting. Marmouche, I had to overpay a little bit at 22.5. I was getting the Pascarous for 17K, but it got really hard recently. And that's the investment, guys. I really only play on my second account now. So on my main account, I'm okay with waiting 3 weeks, 4 weeks to double my coins and then just get a bunch of FC points on the other account. My 0 to a mil account, we're now at 6,100 FC points. We won another tournament today. We only played 1 tournament today. We won it. I got another 500 FC points. I genuinely think we're going to be getting to 1,000 FC points before FC25. So, did I say 100,000? 100,000 FC points going into FC25. I think that's going to be crazy. That's 2.4 million coins if we go by like what the average coinage is from a premium gold pack. So, I'm excited. Hopefully we can just keep winning those tournaments. And in the meantime, these cards just keep rising and I make bank. And like I said, guys, these are based on live performances. So like if Marmouche gets injured, if Lee Malou gets injured, if Pascarou gets injured, if any of these cards get injured, they're going to suck. But these cards are fodder price, so it's very low risk. Like Pascarou is 17K. She plays every game, so she's basically guaranteed to go to an 88 overall card. 88s are almost 20K. And then if she can get another upgrade on top of that, she goes to over 30K. So that's these cards. And it's just, it depends on how they perform. Do they get the upgrades? Do they not? It's as simple as that. So enough rambling on. Just letting you guys know I full sent these. I don't even know how many of each card I bought. I know I got a lot of Stanways. Because price-wise, she's 45K. So when I was buying this card, I knew I didn't have to buy as many. So I was picking up quite a few of her because I didn't want to buy cards for hours. I don't care. Long hold though. Pass screw, I got a good amount. I can't really tell how many of each card I got. Now, another thing I want to mention, live card wise, road to the final. Obviously, trading with these cards live is good. Like we saw Declan Rice score and he went up a ton. I think I want to just mention Gundogan. I think this is another card where if he gets a goal or an assist during a game for Barcelona, I think he's going to go up a good chunk. So that's a card to keep an eye on when Barcelona play. But I wanted to talk about road to the final. Road to the final, guys. Champions League is back. And with Champions League being back, these cards are playing. So what games do we have? Bayern versus Lazio and PSG versus Sociedad. So Donnarumma is playing. Probably not one to really be keeping an eye on. If anything, I'd just say we're watching Bayern Munich versus Lazio, I guess, for Guendouzi. And it sucks because I don't think there's a Bayern card. I think the Bayern card is Kimmich, and he was in SBC. So keep an eye on those games. That is going on tomorrow. I don't know trading-wise how good those cards are going to be because Guendouzi's already really expensive. Maybe if they do end up beating Bayern, we see this Guendouzi go up a good amount. Maybe he goes extinct. I wouldn't be too surprised if that does happen. PSG, Donnarumma, I mean, the dude's already up a good chunk. Maybe he can rise more if they win, but they're expected to win. So since he's expected to win, usually the price of the win is kind of priced into the card already. So really, I'd probably just be watching that Guendouzi, but then we have games again on Wednesday, so we can watch those cards then. Now, we talked about high fodder. We talked about fantasy cards. I'm full sending fantasy cards. We talked about 84s. If you guys are on a low budget, I really like 84 overall cards. What else do we have? Let's look at expected. I'm lazy listing. I'm like ridiculously lazy listing these cards. I just got a sale at 34K. I don't really want these cards to sell, so I'm listing them for quite a bit. And if I get a sale, awesome. If I don't, it doesn't really matter. I don't need them to sell. So what content to expect? Expect a player pick SBC tomorrow. I would say a party bag player SBC tomorrow. That's what we almost always get on Tuesdays. The current one expires tomorrow on Tuesday, so I would expect something like this again. Maybe makes team of the weeks go up a little bit. Potentially, we'll see. I don't know what the requirements are going to be. I don't know what's coming out. But I would expect something tomorrow on Tuesday. We usually get SBCs then. Obviously, we talked about Champions League. And let's head over to the leaks because we do have some stuff. We have a card design leaked. We have EA doing their expected content. This is a big one. Campaign re-release. Guys, if you have promo cards from previous promos, any of these, there could be other promo cards getting involved, but if you have a fire, probably fire and ice. Is that winter wild card? I'm not too sure. And then is that road to the knockout? Whatever that is. If you have any of these promo cards, I would not want to hold them because if your card gets re-released, it will crash. If your card ends up going back into packs, they're getting supplied again. You don't want to hold them. They're gonna go down in price. So if you have any of those, do not hold. I would sell. Obviously, like if you sell and then they're not in packs, they didn't get back into re-release, they're not gonna drop in price. But like it's just not a gamble you want to take because say you have someone like. I'm just trying to think of a player you could have. I mean, let's be real. No one's really going to be packing this card, but if he did come back into packs, he would go down in price. Holy crap. He would go down in price if he came back into packs. So just be very careful with any of these cards. I'm just trying to think of a road to the knockout, or I can't even think of any of those promo cards. Just be careful. If you have these promo cards, I would not be risking holding them. Premier League Player of the Month, Serie A Player of the Month on the way, Upgrade SBCs, New Evolutions on the way, Showdown SBC on the way. Maybe we actually get an Icon SBC now. EA tweeted last week we were getting an Icon SBC, but we got Ginola. People were saying Ginola replaced whatever the Icon SBC was going to be. So maybe this week we actually get the Icon SBC. who knows? Maybe the Cruyff rumors are true and we end up getting Cruyff. So though that is the expected content. We do have a totw SBC that's leaked to come out as a fantasy card. And then where are we at here? I got to look up Foot Scoreboard real quick. Up the Arsenal, by the way, Koi G. Here is the new card design for Foot Birthday, FC Birthday. I don't like FC. Yeah, Vernon's right. FC Birthday does not sound like Foot Birthday. It's not a good name. I don't like it. I don't like saying FC24 either when I talk about the game. It's weird, but that is the Foot Birthday card design, FC Birthday card design. It's decent. The sphere looking ball thing is a little weird, but you know, is it supposed to be a balloon? Is it supposed to be a balloon? Maybe because it's like a birthday. That's the weirdest looking balloon I've ever seen. Or maybe it's a balloon inside. You know what? I don't know, but that's the card design. It's usually a really good promo. I don't know if it's the promo coming up this week, this upcoming week. It might be like 2 weeks away. But Foot Birthday, whenever it does come, it's a very good promo. Expect a lot of good cards to come out. And we might start to see the market dip a little bit. What else? I think that's everything. We went over Foot Birthday, Champions League, Upgrade SBC. Expect something tomorrow. totw SBC on the way. And I believe that is it, guys. I'm all in on these fantasy cards. It's pretty simple. And I'm going to hold them for a few weeks and just play on the other account. That's that. Any questions? Comment section down below. My trading Discord, my Twitch live stream, description down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.